Replay viewer, thank you for connecting. I am Ami, broadcasting from Far East Japan. I have Monday here, the last Monday of August 2022. So here is our regular Monday personal power reminder to think better, feel better, being better for our conscious creation, conscious bettering for everyday life. Using this mind body makeover cards provided by Dr. Mona Lisa Schultz. And I am offering the energy scan, free energy scan using this card to check in your energy and finding out the ideal way to pay attention for this week for your bettering. So if you're interested in, please come join live and let me know that you are interested in to get the energy scan. More than happy to pull the card for you personally. It's Monday, my time, Far East, US, Canada, very late Sunday night or early morning. So if you are unable to join us on a live because of the time zone, and please let me know your time zone, then I may be able to. Hi, Mel. Happy Monday. Able to adjust the way to connecting live in some way in the future. So that's what it is. And this week, actually, we are reflecting the new moon that we had before the weekend started. So hope that you are feeling some kind of newness, the new energy in your local creation. Yes, happy Monday. Personally, I am noticing that newness, and as we discussed about new moon intention, the focus reminder is to realigning, refining, reviewing this year from the January and to getting clarity for upcoming towards end of the calendar year 2022. So then I was able to connect with a good friend and catch up, and that really help myself getting clarity. Sometimes when you're talking to your friend and tossing out what's happening and catching up, and then realize that something that normally you don't pay much attention to, but when you're talking, and then it's like, whoa, that's exactly what was happening in my, own creation and what was under concern. So that's the benefit of talking to your good friend and catching up periodically. And if you have those friends, you have a gift and treasure of our journey in this life. And I'm so having a great time having talking to this friend who's it's such a gift from the universe. So, and if you're looking for one, and be open to that, someone that you can share laughter, enjoying something together, one of these soul family, soul sisters or brothers, or might be good to have outside of soulmates. That's a different dynamic as a family. Soul family support one another and just to checking out and then share awareness and what's happening, and that's a good things to do, and wonderful gift that we have. Okay, so the reminder for this week. Yeah, definitely, definitely. And that's something that we are talking about, that even if we are unable to see in person because whatever the reasons are, the distance and pandemics and lots of everything, but these friends are like started to connect, and just like that, it's like not even seen for long enough, but just we are right next to each other to listen, and then laughter, and then all that. So that's a good gift that we can embrace and enjoy. So that flow gave me an newness, and yeah, to study to walk on the clarity first, to reflect the action, the practical action. That's what I studied this Monday. And let's check what would be a good reminder for all of us this week from this Mind Body Makeover card is here. Looks like a lower chakra though. Okay. Indeed. Healthy relationship. Healthy relationship. Root chakra, the first energy center. Color red. Indeed, that Mel, you have a red heart today. I think I saw that, and I was gonna almost mention it because you're always like picking the color of the heart. See, it's the red and it's the root chakra. It's somehow intuitively like universe is playing in a fun way, amusing way. Okay, so in conjunction with the relationships, any kind, family relationship, friend relationship, partner relationships, yeah, and also intimate relationship. And here's the healthy thought, something to relate it to the first energy center, root chakra, is to the feeling being belonged to, and then also the safety and physical, like a routine feeling, safe, survive, and to being part of community, family, oneness, unity. That's what the energy center. So here is the thought: to change, grow, and expand in my life. I lovingly accept help. To change, grow, and expand in my life, I lovingly accept help. That's a good reminder for many of you connecting here, because I know that you guys are more like easier to give person, like a generously giving, but sometimes hard time receiving or asking help. So that's a good balance and good reminder might be for this week. So unhealthy thought is I am not comfortable accepting help. It's easier to give than receive, indeed. That's an unhealthy thought. So if you feel resonating to the which healthy, unhealthy, it's a good time to adjust in for a healthy way that to change, grow, and expand in my life. I lovingly, that's a key word, lovingly accept help. Lovingly accept help. So let's check what Dr. Manessa needs to add on this healthy relationship, page 66. Okay, here we go. This is the first energy center. Okay. While growing up in Rhode Island, that's Dr. Mona Lisa, a particularly constructed a partially constructed house in my town always captured my attention. Rumor had it that this house was being built by a very devoted, fastidious bachelor who still lived with his mother. Every weekend, he'd spend his entire time alone building his house. By the time he would painstakingly, painstakingly work on one end of the house, the other side of would fall into disrepair. I don't know if he ever completed the project because eventually I grew up and moved away. I realize now that I reached maturity before his house did. Perhaps if this man had asked for help, his project would have come to fruition. Somehow that I could relate to that. Similarly, if we ask for assistance from others when we truly need it, we are showing good problem solving skills and building healthy relationship. That's so true. That's a good reminder that to practicing asking for help, and it's easier. I mean, sometimes like the personal nature, like easier to helping others, so that it's and then sometimes it's pulling it into the very needy people all around us, and then just serving the needs, and then sometimes we perceive as like asking something, it could be very bothering other people, because of that experience. But think about that, it's unhealthy that serving all this all the time and not receiving it. Some of the reason that I am very hesitate to ask something is that probably coming from the childhood experience, at least for my own, that when we have someone, the family member is very needy, for example, like you are the first child in the brothers and sisters, and always being asked to take care of your, the baby sisters and brothers, or then the who's asking you to do something is the caregiver, could be first caregiver, mother figure, or the father figure. Well, in case of me, it's like a father figure. The second caregiver is not that much, but the first caregiver, people, and in that dynamic is really like discipline, or like being in the environment since we are young. So, and then becoming an adult, carrying the same nature, and there's a pro con. And then it's always having that nature, but it's good to make a balance out of it when you realize that a hard time asking, and then always seems to be like someone who is easily asking, like, hey, can you do this for me? Hey, I need this, and can you help me do that? Or and then was like looking, hey, I also want to have that, but somehow you needed to give it that to your little sister or little brother, so you always need to take in a big sister or brother role, you know that need to be dissolving in a healthy way of receiving, and also um, providing. So again, the healthy way to change, grow, and expand in my life, I lovingly accept help. So what if that the similar nature friends, or the partner, that to it's easier to give better than, rather than asking, and then it's pretty much hard to getting closer to getting to know the true nature. Are you familiar with that? Because it's always like up to the other person, and tell me what you need. And then both are seeing the same nature. Then it's a hard time asking. And there is lessons to learn as to open up and build the muscle to asking, even if it's being rejected, banishing the fear of rejection. Um, and to whatever the reasons are, maybe that's the hidden break to our, the subconscious, unconscious. Some people can take advantage. Yes. Yeah, I learned that lessons, that it's always open in giver and giver. And then when I was in Los Angeles and I was being by myself, living in my own apartment, And then friends came over and then opened to the space, and then he never leaves. Like, when are you gonna leave? They never mentioned that to. And then ended up like I needed to kick him out after a 1 month later. That seems to be he's not gonna go anywhere. That doesn't mean that he's a homeless person. He has a property on his town, and then other, that many houses, but somehow that he just didn't leave, and then I didn't know how to ask him to, give me a space. Like, uh, so it's hard to, uh, to mm, right. Right. So what we can do is that one of these and then it feels like that's my repeating pattern. And I noticed that he's not the only one person that gave me the lessons to say, hey, give me a space. You know, so my lesson is to provide in it, and then when to say no, or to clear the boundary in a nice way. So I just a matter of how we want to deliver the word sincerely from the heart, under the golden rule, which is not to harden other people, but to use the emotion to get the understanding going on. And I'm still learning the lessons, and then the universe is given another one. So I really like to grow in that area, to change, grow, and expand in my life. I lovingly accept help. So helping me, giving the space, or helping me to provide some information, helping me to whatever. Um, and sometimes that good friends, who are very intuitive, knowing you, and offer the support or guidance without directly asking. That's really appreciate friendship. But on the other hand, it wouldn't be nice to build all muscle to voice it out when we need the support. That actually a mature way of expressing own needs for our own spirit's sakes, and to get the support to grow, um, for serving own needs better in order to serve others better. I mean, that's what I would say. So everybody needs help in a different things in a different time. And the universe provides enough abundance and resource when we want to reach it. And then at the same time, there is a rule, that golden rule, and balancing out, give and take, and taker is a drainer, and it's not gonna happen. So they need to learn, or if you're the person that open to ask everything, and then maybe find a way to, yeah, to find a way to provide provide what you can provide. And then if you feel that you have nothing to provide for the person or whatever, and then you may need to assess your value, and everybody has something for some way or something or some people, and that's your awareness. And it doesn't need to be the what you can do directly towards the person who helping you, but indirect way, that the universe is all creating us, so everything is connected. So anything that you can donate or give a support, time, money, specialty, or the helpful hand, that matters for the golden rules. And take just the gain for own gain, and then nothing give back to the world around you. And then it's unhealthy way of gaining, growing, and it just eventually it returning back to the unhealthy way, alerting to master in life for balancing being part of universe. So that's a good reminder for the both end giver, happy to give, but it's a hard time asking for help, or okay to asking help, but hard time giving, finding the way to give. And then it's a good time to again to change, grow, and expand in my life. I lovingly accept help. Unhealthy thought is I'm not comfortable accepting help. It's easier to give than receive. Yes, indeed, I am uncomfortable to receive because there is so many reasons as you may be also having. One of that is the among the business relationship that accepting help means something behind the word. They expect return in some kind of the your power of the ability to do something or give back in the business. So that business is like a give and take. And it's, to me it's very comfortable not to receive unless it's the clear way. So when I ask, but so become very careful about I need to ask help, and then I was clear open, this is what I need, this is what I can get, take it or leave it, let's open up and then do the clear business. So that's something that I learned, and someone somehow that bringing me something to give in support without clear things. And then I feel like a political matters, and then I'm so allergic to that arena. And then but as a social skill, maybe it's good to practice to be open and to ask and to sometimes get hurt, but from there the scar will give us a good lessons, and to until we get not so damaged, but knowing that there is the lessons to get some sensation but to become stronger, and then making balance, that's the growing something, the learning curve kind of feeling. So that is the reminder for this week after the new moon, to resetting for getting clarity for upcoming month towards the end of the year. So, yeah, this is a good reminder, perhaps. So, would you like to pull the card for this week, Mel? Let me have your number between 1 to 10. So, the personal things that I started to look into the new platform for weekly work and to build community, since I know that 8, since that kind of not, kind of a slow flow or almost no flow for this the the choices that I made after Habs went closed. Um, and then I appreciate that your presence, Mel, supporting me here and truly meaningful. But among this new moon, when I was talking to my friend, and then I felt like, I feel like cyber homeless, being the cyber homeless, that feeling? It's like floating here and here, and then I lost a home. That's the sense that I am getting. And it's pretty much that awareness back into some sort of the basics. Like I got to build the home, right, in the cyberspace, which is basically a website, on their own domain. And then we, that realize that, yeah. Yeah, and maybe that's the trend because of the social media is started to grow in a community, and then all the platformers providing the services also went into the growth and challenges as in a business, as in a community. So we are all in the same like boat as in not the Titanic-ish, but it's so unstable. That's the trend in the cyberspace right now. And then sometimes when that happens, we are encouraged to go back to zero, like a basics. And then I realized today that doing during the research, including your suggestions, thank you, Mel. And then damn it, it's like the cyberspaces are changing and quickly. And then the more that it was open, and then it's more like a divided because of so many reasons. And then coming back to the website, own website and the domain, it's like it's so old school. Like I started over 2 decades ago to own an own domain, and then so many domains, and then to maintain all these domains, and then so much to, and then another all the histories, and then now coming back to feeding this like homelessness is like maybe that we've been flowing with the cyber hippie. Yeah, yeah, the Titanic. And then we are like a hippie, the back in 70s in the cyberspace. It's like, hey, here is the new social media platform, blah, blah, blah. This is having a so and so, and let's move here and let's do here, and then ended up like what, everybody's going somewhere and then doing it, but it's just getting in touch is pretty hard. And then just spreading and here, and then now what, feeding homelessness, like living in the floating boat. And then realizing, hey, it's going back to perhaps in the basics and to, yeah. I know, but it also nice to have somewhere to come back to. And then I think I'm so grateful for that Twitter was not purchased by the investor. It was I'm quite unsure what happened at the latest, but everything is changing so fast. And the one user, like residents in the cyberspace, and so much connecting to building that space. Yeah, and exactly. And then ended up like you are missing the hunches in each basket. The basket itself is like a gone somehow. It's like a strom or something. Um, and then probably that's what we are experiencing. So I think I am deciding to going back to the basics of the damn basics, which I started like over 20 years ago, last century, like having own domain. And then I'm not sure about the email marketing, but it's like seems like owning own content. Yeah, it is indeed, isn't it? Doesn't it? So, own content, and that could be the way to go back to the old idea, but the basics of that. So let me go check. That's so far. I noted that after the new moon, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. And then indeed in the future that it's not intuitive hunch or anything, but it comes down to who own the content. Yeah. who own the content, and we like to share, but we have the ownership of the content, and then that comes down to your own house, so, and these social media. Hi, hi, Jesse. Anything besides? Yes, right now on Twitter too. Mm-hmm. Thanks for connecting here. Yeah. Yeah, so we like at the end of the day, we like to own our own content, and then the social media as a community is they need us, but they own their own. So it's like the think about both benefit, but to be sure to owning own content is such a crucial, and realizing that the place that you own in your cyberspace, that is very crucial. So it's coming back to the own domain and an own website. I mean, that's really old school, but it's a damn basics, and I think it's good to be reminded to owning own content is the key from now on, no matter what. And then we still need to connect with the social media, and to build all the whatever to that, but yeah, that's the ownership of the content is very crucial. So okay, here's for your card, Mel. What you picked here is Jessica. If you're still here, please let me know if you like to pick the card, and I give you a personal reminder and energy scan if you like. So this is for you, Mel. The card you picked is the healthy goals. Healthy goals. The fifth energy center, throat chakra, color blue. Blue. It's to express yourself authentically, openly, honestly. So, healthy thought first is the only way others can get to know my true self is to talk from my heart. That's a good one. It's really connecting to this week's collective reminder to asking for help. And then unhealthy thought is if I say something, I easily get embarrassed and I'm often misunderstood. That's interesting. Yeah. So let me go scan your energy. Yeah, as I said, that this week's reminder for all of us to openly ask for help, and then sometimes it's very difficult to ask for help and easy to get received more. And I think definitely for you, you are the universal giver, give, and need some more attention to receiving help or ask for help. And then that this reminder is really helpful to openly. The only way that others can get to know my true self is to talk from my heart. Yeah, there's some things for the heart. There's sometimes that we just hold our words and to and but without the word, sending some energy. I'm talking about myself. Sending some energy that to have them intuit what we need, right? It's kind of like a protecting, and then if there is a need met, and then gotta offer or support without speaking out, we are lucky, like but that's kind of like being embodied as a passive aggressive sometimes, which including myself, and then maybe that we are less giving opportunity for them to understand what we really are. Um, and that's not healthy. So speaking it out is giving others an opportunity to get to know ourselves better. I mean, including myself. So I'm sending healing and energy of courage, brave energy, to open up and giving others an opportunity to let you know that where you are at growing process, and at this growing process we are into unknown stage and unknown field, the path. It's always nice to have the support, and which we all need the support for going into the bushy path, right? And then if someone said something like, oh, you go ahead, just explore bushy path, and then they're not our friend. We don't want these people around. So just be open, and then, hey, I'm getting into the unknown, so can you help me with this if you need this, and then was like, gee, you are into exploring something that actually perhaps inspire other people. So I'm sending healing and to express the needs for let other people to know you better authentically. Thank you for allowing. Yay. Hey, Jessica, would you like to pick the card? If so, please let me know the number between 1 to 10. 7. Okay. Thanks for coming to the Twitter though. But I actually, the YouTube is a better quality camera. So thank you for being there though. Okay, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here is for Jessica. But the card you picked is healing fear. Healing fear. The second energy center, which is the color orange, creativity, one-on-one relationship, emotions, joy. That's what the energy center, pleasure. In conjunction with the fear is one of the 5 human basic emotions: love, joy, fear, anger, and sadness. The fear is about your attention is going into the future, unknown yet. So, and then think about the future and just wondering, what if, and then that gives us a fearful feeling that the information is not enough to feel good, secure. So that's the basic energy, the emotion that fear is alerting us. So the thought is, I now learn from past disappointing relationships so I can release the anger and sadness and move on to more fulfilling ones. I now learn from past disappointing relationships so I can release the anger and sadness and move on to more fulfilling one. This is the one-on-one relationship, any kind, intimate relationship, partnership, business partnership. And the unhealthy thought is, I usually get rejected, abandoned, or betrayed in relationships. Mm. So let me scan your energy, Jessica. Okay, the first thing that I get is that some sort of like the sense of self love is injured from the past experience, so that deserving to get some pamper in and healing for boosting that self-esteem. And that the color yellow to healing that sense of wounded part from that particular one-on-one relationship in the past, and to heal that emotions or energy that I'm noticing is to listen to your own loving part and serve that needs as treating as your best partner. You can say as your spirit, your soul, separate from your conscious awareness. So listen to that needs and to nurturing that part and reestablishing the good feel to give enough love to the self love and relatedness to the third energy center, which is the self esteem, healthy love, the power to drive before getting into the one-on-one relationship, or this one-on-one relationship in the past is giving you to boosting, strengthening the love to yourself. It's like a more power like that you are naturally have, perhaps that it's given to some other people and then not giving back in a way that you expected, so that the balance of giving and receiving wasn't ideal way that you experienced in the past, but you can learn from there to strengthen that instead of course there isn't a disappointment as the way that unable to reach the way that thought it would be, and then it's fearful about that because of the emotions that are all you experience. But this is a great opportunity with the new moon and to clean the house, clean the relatedness, and reconnecting to the self, because the everything is starting from ourself, self need, self love, peace within us to extend, expand the loving relationship to self and to the others, to the partner, and peaceful feeding to share with the others and the world around us for the world peace. So this is a great opportunity for reminding to using this new moon energy flow and power to review what came through this year 2022. You're welcome. And then we have 4 months to wrap up this year. So this is an opportunity and we got your back. That emotional journey is all over, that you're not alone. And this is an opportunity given for you to strengthen the power that you have a beautiful, loving heart. And then this is to realize how much you have to give to others. So someone taking advantage of it. So giving back to yourself and to strengthen. I'm having a goosebumps. Um, you're welcome for your spirit's sake and this injury that sometimes we got the crack in it and put the gold in the clock to become more value to the original one, and then it's become stronger, the bone gets stronger when we got clock on it. So that's what I'm feeding from this card. I am sending the energy to use the fear to as a cue to love yourself more, to strengthen your powerful energy, to receding, like realigning to your core instead of giving others. Perhaps that you good to give the clear boundary to fully loving yourself first, and then give your permission to be okay to be a little bit of selfish. It's not the selfish, it's the self-centered in order to share your love to others in a better way. And then I'm sure that you're gonna magnetize the better ones, the little stronger ones with the clear boundary when you're ready to share in a powerful way to the others. Thank you for allowing. Thank you. It is hard to self-center like the spirit, like yours, like a universal giver, like a donor, give person, generous, and then at the end of the day, like putting someone who is taking advantage of that to that seems to be the theme for this week and today. And yeah, one when we become aware of that or experience some emotion bringing that, then we can use everything as an ingredient for better in. From that perspective, the self-centered self-love is needing to boost for sharing whatever that we are to be here for greater good, creating a greater good for ourselves and the world around us. So thank you for allowing me to share that. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here because I really need to be connected to share the awareness. And then, it's sometimes it's good to be able to share what came to my awareness. And then I'm a believer that there is no coincidences. So the Jessica connected through YouTube, thank you here, and then come in here and then able to connect is there is an synchronicity means like being part of the universe. And sometimes is that listening what others people's awareness is helping to clicking or affirming where you are, or noticing that okay, this is not me alone, I'm not the only one person thinking of that, or sharing me like feeling cyber homelessness. And then comment from you, Mel, was like okay, it's like not only the yeah, I'm not the only one feeling that way. So that gave me an little bit of relief as the proof that okay, the seeing this flow in a cyberspace, what's happening is pretty much about that's the way I intuit. So, and then what we can do is to, I like to keep the somewhere that I can share my awareness and then offer the energy scan, and then also I need help from you that when I move to the new place in the cyberspace to do my work, and then I need your help when I am ready for my new work, which is the energy work. The how we can identify the non-physical energy with the word, with the Japanese culture wisdom. So that's my work that I'm developing, and when it's ready, yeah. hmm And then I think that big platformer was promoting to use a platform and building community, and all of a sudden, boom, investor is put the money out or whatever the reasons are, and then all of a sudden, is the house is gone, and then it happens. But and that's part of nature, and then but we would like to minimize the damage to feel as that homelessness, um so that's the another lessons that we can learn. So I'm totally open to your suggestions and find a new place to put presents together um, as a new platform, please let me know, including the replay viewer. Thank you for watching. If you're still watching here, and I'm so open to listen to your suggestions and I know. Yeah, but at this same time, that's part of nature that we know that all the seeds are growing exactly the same way. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So some baskets are having the twins, and some basket are it's like expected to grow and then nothing coming up. That's it. That's part of fun part of the um life. But still, we like to minimize the damage and explore in enjoyable form. Yeah. So yeah. So let us connect our energy as one energy as usual. Indeed, it's the cyberspace is like pretty fast moving, and then I definitely feel like the last couple of years is like 70s in the physical realm in the US, like a hippie, everybody's moving here without having a home, which is the foundation of that. Maybe I'm the only one person, but I easily get homeless. But it's okay because hanging here, there isn't a people, traffic, and all the stuff. At the end of the day, it was like, you know, where is home? Home is where your heart is, and then we spreading the heart to everywhere. And so it's confusing time, perhaps. So how we gonna make the balance is that new challenge. So, well, thank you for joining to kick in the new week and unbelievably ending the month of August, getting into September, September, September. Energy Circle is going to be renewed in September. Yes, indeed. I think so. I think so. And that is going to be a big topic hidden. But yeah, I think the who own the right for the content, and that holds the key. And then in order to do that, we might have some. We need to risk ourselves to protecting our own content. You know, as a content creator, because we worked so hard. Um, and then there's the balance of promoting that and giving away, and then but holding the right for the content is the two different things, and we got to have the own content to promote, and then that boundary is still kind of like play by ear, go with the flow. That's the um, generous part of the community building, which is what we've been doing with the apps and with other platforms. I've been experiencing many platforms went gone, you know, um, and somehow I know myself. I intuitively picking that these platforms that go so quickly gone. I don't know why, because I probably unsure about what I was building, because I was also testing it, and it was okay to be gone with the platform kind of attitude as an practicing it. And then I decided not to put much time and effort for editing and creating these professional work kind of content, because it's so unreliable and so not worth putting the effort and energy and time for that to make it as a perfect, unless you really like owning it, and then like really align to the career goals or business plan, whatever that you come up with. So I was developing myself from the new stage, and yeah, intuitively choosing that this platform, like exploring with the new platform developer. But I'm telling you, it's like so many of them just up and go within 2 years. 2 years. and, and then myself was like, how many domain names like I purchased and then it go and then it come and go. But anyhow, that's what the period, and we want to make it better once we learn something, but somehow it's repeating it. So, and then the quote, one of the community that I'm being part of, that she posted as a Japanese old verb. It was good till they good. Yeah, indeed. So we got to protect ourselves that to becoming so technically familiar with the systems and their free offer system and an editing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons that I didn't follow all the HAPS broadcast that suggested use these features and this is easy and then blah blah blah. So, somehow I knew that it's not gonna worth me learning their system, because I already learned with the so many platformers, and I just wanted to focus on the content and how I could connect with the people with the different type of topic, or what I am, and what kind of people are engaging to particular topic and so forth. So I think I gain a lot of experience through HAPS, and then I appreciate that. And I met the very unique people over there. But as I expected, that I'm so grateful for that, not spending learning their system. And then it's worth building the content, and the tools that help to build the content is the worth investing, unless it gives you a power to own it. So that's a good reminder, and starting fresh or refresh or refining the self creating towards the goal. Yeah, I think I like to give my focus to something, to finding solution. Yes, indeed, me too. Oh, that's cool. So the yeah, all my goal here for the towards the end of the year is to finding solution to this feeding homelessness, the cyber homelessness, So anything that might help to resolve this cyber homelessness, and then I am totally open to listen to, and open to the suggestions, and then building some new nest, I must say, nest in the cyberspace, to bring in all the eggs from the many places. It's not the branches yet, it's still the eggs. So it's like coming back here and then here, and then to just to grow and watch. Yes. And then if I find ones, and then I am more than happy to share with you if you need one. So please let me know. Let's get going with that. Okay, so let us connect as one energy as usual to close in here. Oh yeah. So somewhat that wisdom had some its own disadvantage. So the Twitter, the audio only space, I'm quite unsure about that. Michael from Toronto is creating the people and open up that space, and then I'm because of the timeline, it's difficult to join their talk. Yeah, only audio. Yeah. So it's up to what we would like to create. Yeah, it's up to what kind of content you're creating and what you want to use the tool for your creation. Is that a promotion tool, or you want to have some audience to your content, or you want to build a community as like-minded? It's completely different purpose. It's a purpose freak purpose. So my purpose to use the apps and Periscope is to get to know people, what kind of people are in the cyberspace, in the platforms, and what kind of connections I could have in which way, and testing some sort of like a water, um, and then learning some harsh flow, or that kind of thing. So it's always on a good experiment, but somehow we got to be really conscious about what we are building for what for. So that's what and then since that when I want to build the community, and then there's no traffic, and that's a 101 course, right? And but it's okay to being shared with the replay viewing, but these people are like from the Periscope, and it's a very few people connecting, and totally appreciate that. But somehow fireside video, voice, and practicing. Oh, really? I go check it out. Thank you. Fire, fire, fireside. Okay, I go check it out. Thank you, Mel. You're a great resource for that. But I'm definitely want to do that. So let's refresh our energy by reminding that we are all connected, and let's take a deep breath as usual from nose, and then to exhaling one from the mouth. The one time for closing here. So let us take a long, deep breath, counting three, one now, two, three, and exhale. Thank you, Mel. Let us have a wonderful week and then wrap up the August. And I think the 31st would be the Wednesday. So the Wellness Wednesday would be the one to wrap up. And at the meantime, I'm going to check out the fireside and let you know how I would find. Thank you, Mel. And then thank you, Replay View in here, the YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. I truly appreciate if you leave the sum up or the comment, and to share with your friends. Subscribe me if you haven't done it yet. Oh, great! Thank you. And I hope to see you. Oh, great! I hope to see you when I see you guys. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Mel. Fireside. Are you already